Bienvenidos a la Plaza del Mercado. This mercado in Puerto Rico is a place where they sell all kinds of things. They sell clothing, they sell food. You can buy food either to take home, like apples and bananas, things like that, or you can buy food that's even prepared, like an empanada or something to snack on. In class, you're going to have time to make your own stall in a market. You're going to be able to sell things to your classmates, and you're also going to be able to go around and buy things from other classmates. Let me show you a few examples. In this picture, this lady is a vendor and she sells fruit. If you want, you can be a vendor that sells fruit as well. So some things that you can sell are, for example, she has mangoes maybe, lechuga, which is lettuce. Here we have some flores, flowers. Right here, some tomates, tomatoes, zanahorias, carrots. But you guys have lots of vocabulary of fruit that you could sell. So if you want, you can make a stall where you sell fruit. So once you decide what you're going to sell, go to your vocabulary lists and pick out as many words as you can. So if you're selling fruit, vegetables, or food items, make sure you pick out as many things as you can. If you're selling clothing, as many clothing items as you can. The next thing you need to do is start to brainstorm some ideas of things you'll say. So first, you can see these two people here, these two women, the vendor, the vendedor, or the vendedora if it's a girl, and then the cliente, the client. And think of some things they're going to say back and forth to each other. Some things they're probably going to say is ¿Cómo le puedo ayudar?, which is one of your vocabulary expressions. It means how may I help you? Another expression they may say is pagar en efectivo or con tarjeta de crédito. So how are you going to pay, with a credit card or with cash? Right? And then also the person, the cliente, might be asking ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? She might be describing things like they're bello or they're feo, they're caro or barato, okay, they're expensive or they're cheap. Also, she might regatear, she might barter, okay, she might ask for a cheaper price. So make sure you're looking at your greetings and your salutations. I suggest that you use the usted form, usually in markets, when two people are talking back and forth, like you see these people here. You can imagine that they're talking back and forth to each other, that they're going to be using the usted form back and forth. Okay, your vocabulary from page 163 and 187 will be very helpful, as will your vocabulary from page 79 as you're working on this. Here are some examples of stalls that sell clothing. So they have pantalones cortos, they have camisetas, pantalones. And in this slide, you can see lots of examples of shoes. We have botas, zapatos, and I'm sure somewhere here there's probably sandalias as well. You could sell sandals. Finally, in Puerto Rico, they do use the US dollar. So when you're making your store, your stall, make sure that you have all your prices labeled in US dollars, but be prepared for your clientes, your clients, to come and try and barter, to regatear and ask for a lower price. And of course, when you go to other people's stalls, be prepared that it is a market and it's very common to barter. So next class, you'll have time in class to work on this, but your homework after you're done watching this video is to start going through your vocabulary lists, again page 163, page 187, and page 79, to start think of some things that you can say. So please come to class with that list. You're going to be able to get together in groups, and then with your group you're going to start using each other's lists and putting together both a stall, so things you can sell, as well as things you can say as the vendedor or the vendedora, so things you can say as the person selling, and also expressions that you can say when you're acting as the person who's buying. You'll have the whole class time to work on it, and then the class after that we're going to open up the markets, and you will be given a speaking grade. Okay, so here's the rubric, how you'll be graded. You're going to be graded on the standard that the student speaks effectively. Okay, so just make sure when you're talking, your language is comprehensible, requiring no interpretation on the part of the audience. You have minimal errors. Okay, you consistently use appropriate vocabulary and other expressions. Again, what I'm looking for is page 163, page 187, and 79. And then also you use a clear voice with correct pronunciation of terms. That's exceeding the standard, that's an A. Okay, so make sure you go above and beyond what we've talked about to get that A. Finally, a lot of this is going to be off the cuff. For example, when you're buying something, you're not really sure what exactly you're going to be buying, or if you're selling something, you're not exactly sure what the seller is going to ask you. So please make sure you're prepared with a variety of expressions, so that way, regardless of what someone says, you're prepared to answer.